Why, hello, advanced band flute players. It's been a little while. I hope you guys are restful and doing all your schoolwork and enjoying the air outside and, just doing the best to kind of stop from being stir crazy. So, what I've decided to do is give you a lesson every week, and here is our lesson for today. For this week, we're going to start off doing long tones. A long tone is a note that is held for as long as possible, and it's going to strengthen your sound a little bit. And we're going to do long tones on 3 notes. We're going to do one on B flat, then we're going to do it on D, and then we're going to do it on F, okay? And what you want to do is you want to play those, you're going to play a long tone 3 times, and then we're going to move on to the next long tone, play it 3 times. Then we're going to log on to the next long tone and play it 3 times. So I'm going to play B flat 3 times, D 3 times, and then F 3 times. Here's B flat. Okay, here's the second one. And here's the third one. All right, now we're going to move on to D. Play them as long as you can, Nice deep breath. Here's D. Another D. Here's our third D. Good. Now we're going to play 3 long tones on F. Notice my hands are in the right position. I'm taking a nice deep breath and playing as long as I can. Here's F. Last one. All right, very good. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to play a couple of scales. The first scale that we're going to play is our concert B flat scale. And if you need to, write the notes down. The notes are B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. So I'll say it again. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. All right? Now let's play it. Here we go. I'm going to put the metronome on, and we're going to play it in time with this. So think of this as the snapping of my fingers. We'll play it a little slower. So B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Super easy. Now we're going to play it going down. We're going to start on high B flat, and we're going to play B flat, A, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat. Here's high B flat. Ready, go. Very good. Now, the next scale that we're going to play is our E flat major scale. And E flat is going to be the same notes as B flat, but it's going to have an A flat in it as well. So here's the scale. I'll go really slow. It's going to be E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. So let me say it to you. Here's E flat. E flat, low E flat. F, G, A flat with the pinky key, B flat, C, D, E flat. Now, if you can play that 2 octaves, that'd be great. So we're going to play E flat, 2 octaves. So we're going to go from the low E flat to E flat, and then we're going to go up higher. So this is the scale up 2 octaves. Now we're going to start on this E flat and go up to a high E flat. That's the annoying note for those people that remember. That's the scale. All right. Now if we go down, we're going to start on that high E flat. We're going to go all the way down. So backwards now. E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, D, C, B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat. Here's high E flat. All right, so that's your second scale, E flat. And I'm going to play it with the metronome a little slow. Oh, it's about the same tempo, basically. Backwards now. Ready? Go. All right, very good. Now, that is the E flat and the B flat scale. So now the third major scale that I want you to learn for this week is F major. Let me tell you F major. F major is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E natural, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, no pinky, no third finger, right? E is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 with your thumb, right? So that's E, and then the last note is F. So I'll say it again. It's F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E natural, F. Okay? So let's play that really slow. Here's F. 2, ready, go. Good. Now we're going to play it backwards. Start on that high F and go down. Ready? Go. All right, good. So those are our 3 scales: B flat major, E flat major, and F major. If you can do those scales, you'll be in good shape. Do those and then the long tones, and that'd be good. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our Tradition of Excellence book. That's the red book. And if you don't remember what it is, here is what it should look like. Hold on. There it is, right? That red book. And we are going to start on page, I think it's 26. Yes, 26. That's where we're going to start, okay? So we're going to start on page 26, and we're going to look at number 103, okay? Now, 103 is called dotted quarters. And basically what it's teaching you is about dotted quarter notes. And we've started to do this a little bit. So hopefully we'll get the hang of this. And if you notice, the first 2 measures of this don't have any dotted quarter notes or quarter notes even. All it has is eighth notes. And what we're going to do is we're going to play those 2 measures. They're the same measure, and they're 3 Fs and a G. And what you're going to do is you're going to think of them as eighth notes. Now, eighth notes, and put the metronome on here. So this is quarter notes. Every time this thing hits, that's a quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, 1, 2, because we're in 2, 4. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. And now what we're going to do is we're going to think of them as eighth notes. So now we're going to go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. And if you look at those two measures, that's what we have. We have 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay? Now, if we play that on the notes F and G, this is what you have. F, 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 G, F, 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 G. So far, this is super easy. Here's the first two measures of dotted quarters. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Go. Super easy, right? 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Well, now the trouble comes in the next measure. In the next measure, what they've done is they've tied the first three eighth notes together. So instead of playing ta, 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 so 1 and 2 and, you're going to play ta, ta, F, G. 1 and 2 and, ta, ta, because you're tying the first three together. So instead of playing 1 and 2 and, you're going to play 1 and, right? So here, listen. Here's the first two measures. So this is without the tie. Here's the first two measures. And here's the third measure with the ties. Right? If you listen, I'm going to breathe the tack a little bit so you can hear. Right? So I'm still thinking eighth notes in my head. I'm just not tonguing them. So listen. If I play that third measure, it's. That's how it works. Now I'm going to play the first three measures. Here we go. First three measures. 1, 2, ready, go. See, it's almost the same thing. If you're counting in your head, you should be fine with this. Now, if you look at the next measure has a quarter note and then two eighth notes. It's the same rhythm as measure 3. Let me say that again. Measure 4 is the same rhythm as measure 3. It's just written a little differently. So instead of having the eighth notes written out in that first quarter note, they just write a quarter note instead. So now in that fourth measure, we have 1 and 2 and, right? 1 and 2 and, right? So if I'm going to play that fourth measure, it's the same as the third measure. Okay. Now, that fourth measure has a quarter note and it's tied to an eighth note. Well, a quarter note tied to an eighth note is the same thing as a dotted quarter note. The dotted quarter note is the first note in measure 5. Okay, let me say that again. A quarter note tied to an eighth note is the same thing as a dotted quarter note. Okay, so a dotted quarter note is the first note in measure 5. The last note in measure 5 is a single eighth note, right? It's the same rhythm as measures 3 and 4. So if you're playing it right, measure 5 is the same as 3 and 4. Measure 6 is also the same as 3 and 4. So 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the same rhythm. They want you to get used to reading that and seeing how that works. And then the last two measures are just a half note and a quarter note tied together. So I'm going to play the entire thing. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Okay? So, good job with that, everyone. Take your time and work on it. Try and figure that out so that when you see the dotted quarter notes, you'll be able to play it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next exercise, which is number 104, and that is Alouette, a French-Canadian folk song. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try and play a little bit of this. And if you notice, the first measure is the dotted quarter note. It's the same thing, except it starts on E flat. So now we're going to play 1 and 2 and, right? 1 and 2 and. E flat is the 1 and 2, and the last note F is the and. E flat 2 3 F. 1 and 2 and. E flat and 2 F. Okay. The next measure, we have 2 G's. And those G's, they have little dots on top of them. That means they're staccato and you play them short. So, E flat, F, G, G. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So those 2 measures are super easy, right? The next 2 measures, eighth notes, 1 and 2 and F, E, F, G, right? Say it with me. Ready? Go. F, E, F, G, right? So E flat, so pinky E flats. So the next measure is 2 quarter notes again, really short. E flat, B flat. That's measure 4. So measure 1 is E flat, 2, 3, F, G, G, F, E flat, F, G, E flat, B flat, right? That's the first 4 measures. So I'll play it first. Ready? Go. Good. Now try and play it with me. Notice my fingers when I play those fast notes. They stay really close. Here we go. Those first 4 measures. One more time. Ready? Go. Good. What do you notice about the next 2 measures? Well, I always say that when they're the same as something. Those 2 measures are the same as the first 2 measures. So we shouldn't have to go over 5 and 6. Sorry. Yeah, 5 and 6 because they're the same as 1 and 2. And then 7 and 8 are very similar. 7 is the same as 3. And then there's an E flat on the last measure, measure 8. That's all it is. So here we go. I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ready? 2. Ready? Go. Okay, that's it for the first 8 measures. And then if you look at the next 8 measures, we have eighth notes for the first 2 measures. So we're talking about measures 9 and 10. And we have E flat, F, G, A flat, right? Look at the key signature. If you look, there are 3 flats, B flat, E flat, and A flat. This is the first time we have to play an A flat. So third finger A flat. So now we're playing A flat with a third for the pinky key, right? So here's measures 9 and 10. E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Super easy, right? So if you're playing it right, it should sound like this. Ready? Go. Super easy. Let me do that one more time. Here's measures 9 and 10. 1, 2, ready, go. And make sure you're tonguing every note in measure 10. Good. Now, also notice that that's the same as the E flat major scale. That measure 9's E flat, F, G, A flat. It's the same thing as our E flat major scale. That's why we work on scales. So, that's 9, 10. Measure 11 and 12 is going backwards now. Now we're starting on B flat. We're playing the same rhythm. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And I'm talking about measures 11 and 12. And we're starting on the B flat in measure 11. And that measure 11 is all eighth notes, and it's down the A flat, it's down the E flat major scale, right? So B flat, A flat, G, F, E flat, E flat, E flat. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, right? So if I play it right, it'll sound like this. Here's 11 and 12. Ready, go. Super easy. Let me do it again. Ready, go. Good. All right. So the next 2 measures, what is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 are just rhythms on the same note. They're actually high B flat and then low B flat. So you don't even have to move your fingers. All you have to do is play the right rhythms, right? Super easy. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. That's measures 13 and 14. Okay, here we go. 13 and 14. 1, 2, ready, go. Super easy. Let me do it again. 13 and 14. Ready, go. Easy. The next two measures are just quarter notes, B flat, A flat, G, F, right? B flat, A flat, G, F, okay? And then after that, well, let's just talk about those four notes. Here we go. Here's measures 15 and 16. Ready? Go. Notice I got a little softer on that, and I got softer because there's a decrescendo under those two measures. You got to get a little softer there. That's all you got to do. So, after that, that's not the end of the song. And the reason it's not the end of the song is because it says something above it. It says DC al fine. And what that DC means, it's Italian. It means da capo. It means go to the beginning. Okay? So you're going to go to the beginning, and then it says al fine. And that means, and then to the fine. The fine is the last part of the song. You can see the fine is in measure 8. It says fine, and there's a double bar there. That double bar means the song is over. So what you're going to do is you're going to play measures 1 through 16, where it says DC al capo, DC al fine. Then you're going to go from that measure 16 back to measure 1 and play measure 1 to 8 again. So it's 1 to 16. And then 1 to 8. That's how the song works, okay? It's sort of like a repeat sign, okay? So I'm going to play the entire song, and hopefully you'll be able to play it with me as I'm playing it. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Everyone, I hope you made it through that whole thing all right. Nice job if you didn't. Keep working at it if you didn't. That's okay. I can't even hear you. I think it sounds fine. So, that was Alouette number 104 on page 26. And then the last thing I want to do with you guys is I want to work on some of the songs that we were dealing with. And what we're going to start with is the Lincolnshire Posy. And I just want to do kind of some of the stuff that we've done already, and I'm kind of using my score, so apologize if I have to kind of stop and start a little bit. But let's just go through the beginning of this and measure 9 of the Lincolnshire Posy. That's what we're going to start with. All right? And we're going to go from measure 9, 10, 11, and 12. And remember, in measure 10, there's that fermata on beat 4. And there's no fermata in measure 9, 10, 11, 12, measure 12. So here's 9 through 12. All right? Here we go. Ready? Oh, you know what? I'm going to put this on, what's the tempo marking on this? 76. Okay, this is about how fast it's supposed to go. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Let the fermata go. Here we go on the next measure. Ready, go. Rest. 2, 3. Good. That's how that goes. All right. Now I'm going to leave the metronome on for a little bit, and we're going to skip ahead until we get to measure 21. And on measure 21, we're going to play 21 all the way through to 30. Here's 21 to 30. We got that high C. So it's A natural, second finger A. So it's going to be C, A, G, F, D, B flat, A, G, C, E. Now this measure 23, that's the E natural, remember? So that E is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, no pinky and third finger, just this, right? So here we go. I'm going to play measures 21. I'm going to go 21, 2, all the way to measure 30. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to take that fermata. You'll hear it. Ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. There's a fermata. Here we go, last two measures. So this is 28 and 29. Ready? Good. Now, a couple of things about that. Make sure that we're slurring in the right places, that we're slurring the A to the G in measure 21, the F to the D. Make sure that you're playing the retardando in measure 21, 2, 3, 4, 20, 24. So we slow down a little bit there. Measure 25, we got to crescendo a little bit, get a little bit louder. And then make sure, again, the fermata in measure 27. All right, that sounds pretty good there. And let's see. Now let's do measures 30, because I know I have to move all my stuff around here. Apologize. All right, so let's play the last four measures of the song. Here's measures 30 to the end. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, super easy, same rhythms basically. Watch your articulations. Make sure you're slowing down a little bit on the retardando, which you can't do with metronome, but don't worry about that. And then the fermata. All right, so that's pretty good there. The last thing I want to do is the first, let's see, we're going to start at measures in Lost Lady Found, the second part of the Lincoln chart posy. We're going to start on beat 3 of measure 4, and we're going to play all the way until our rest, and that, I think, will help. We'll do it for today. All right, so we're going to start at measure 5. Sorry about moving everything around. Measure 5, actually measure 4, beat 3, and we're going to go measure 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'll give you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's take this a little faster. Okay, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Good. So, actually, I'm going to keep the metronome on for a second, and I'll say those notes to you. What we have is B flat C, C, D, B flat, C, G, B, A, G, F, G, rest, F, G, G, C, G, G, A, F, F, D, C. Very good. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to take a little bit slower now, a lot slower, just so that we can see what we need to work on. Here we go. Ready, same place. We're starting on measure 4, beat 3, right? So the B flat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you hopefully in another week. I hope you're having a good time, doing the best you can to kind of make it through this safe and sound. And I'm sure I'll see you in a couple weeks. And I hope you are having a good time and working on this stuff. Do the best you can, play it as much as you can, and just keep working on it. That's all you can do. All right, and we'll get together and play in band and have a good time, and we'll have a concert hopefully, and everything will be great. Okay? So, look forward to seeing you guys. Bye-bye. I'll see you next week.